Howdy folks, Greyhawk 4x4 coming at you again, your resident vintage gamer, and time for another video. So, I mentioned, I think in my last video, that I wanted to talk about D&D Beyond, the digital assistant to 5th edition Dungeons & Dragons. And talk about it we shall. But before that, guess in case you're wondering, today's selection is it's called Bitburger Pils. It is a German beer. This is imported from Germany, and this is here's the can. This is their it is a mass-produced beer in Germany. This is not like your little. I'm trying to get it where there's not any glare on it, but that's not going to. Doesn't seem like that's going to happen. So see, but anyway. So, I'm not, I don't want to say, well, this is their Budweiser, because that's comparing apples and oranges. But from the mass-produced standpoint, it is. Flavor-wise, completely two different stratospheres, you know. But I had to make sure that I had it in my official Bitburger Pils, dimpled German beer mug that I brought back 30 years ago from Germany when I came back. Because, as everybody knows, authentic German beer tastes better served in an authentic dimpled German beer mug. That's just science. You can't argue with that. So, oh my God. Budweiser's not a pimple on Bitburgers, but I mean, that's two different stratospheres. Anyway, so D&D Beyond. Now, when I first started, so this is my second 5th edition campaign that I've been a player in. I've never DM'd it. The first time, I don't even think we used D&D Beyond. I don't even know if it was a thing. I don't even know if it was around when we first, because our first campaign was right when 5th edition launched. So I don't even think Beyond was around. So we did everything stubby pencil. I think that there was a third-party character generator that I used on my phone to generate a character. I think that's how I did it, if I remember correctly. But in the second one, I decided, you know, because the DM created a campaign on D&D Beyond, and he wanted all of us to create our characters there so he could see them and so forth. So I did. I created, you know, and I think I already had an account, because at some point between the two campaigns, I went to a convention and they signed me up or something. I don't know. Anyway, so I get on there and I do my character, and it was not completely unfamiliar because I had used Hero Lab for playing Pathfinder. I played Pathfinder a couple of different campaigns in Pathfinder, and Hero Lab is third party again. That's a third party, as far as I know, that's not owned by Paizo. But it was a great helper, you know, to do a digital character sheet and everything. I found it very helpful because with Pathfinder, holy shit, do you have a lot of stuff on your character sheet. And that kind of did stuff for you automatically, you know, as you inputted stuff. The thing I really liked about Hero Lab was that you could damn near find almost anything in there to add to your character. Now, and we're going to get to the add-on thing here now, you might have had to, with Hero Lab, you might have needed to add a book, a source book, to be able to access that digitally for your character, an item for your character. But to do that for a source book was like $10. Some were even cheaper than that. I mean, they had sales all the time and everything. So it was one of those things where, for the convenience, is that worth it? Sometimes I said yes, sometimes I said no. And I just stubby penciled the stuff in or whatever. But other times I really wanted the convenience, and boom, I hit the $10 to get that source book or whatever, and I was happy, and I still have them. I mean, it doesn't go away, so I still have that stuff if I ever play Pathfinder again. So with D&D Beyond, last week I jumped on and I wanted to update my character sheet with we had gotten some magic items and so forth before Castle Rend. I talked about the campaign yesterday that we had picked up. I think in the assassination attempt, I got some stuff, and I'd already picked up in the Spire. I'd already picked up a magic sword, a very special magic sword, which I didn't know about till we kind of got it identified and everything. And I wanted to add all that stuff through D&D Beyond. And I found out I couldn't add anything. Like, I have a Ring of Protection +2 on my character. It's not in there. You can't add you can add a Ring of Protection +1, but you can't add a Ring of Protection for some reason. And then there were several other items that I wanted to add, and I just couldn't. They weren't on there. And then I thought to myself, oh, wait, I bet I know what it is. I bet I need to add a book, kind of like Hero Lab. That's what I was expecting. So, something like this. So you got Xanthar's Guide to Everything. This is the nice, fancy cover, soft touch thing, $50. Paid full price because I had to get it at a game store. So I'm guessing, oh, well, maybe I need to do something like add Xanthar's or add Volos or whatever. So I find the little marketplace in D&D Beyond, and I damn near passed out from sticker shock. I'm like, they cannot be serious. This is a joke, right? They can't be serious. I'm going to read off some of these prices to you. So if I wanted Xanthar's, let's say, if I wanted to add this digitally to D&D Beyond for me, $30, $29.99. I've already paid $50 for the hardback, but they want another $30 to put it digitally. Or, if you kind of want to just skip through the bullshit and get a bunch of stuff all at once, you can get all the source books for $242.91. That's for digital items. There's no printing costs. There's no shipping cost. There's no manpower involved. You press a button and it's all done. Boom, bam, done. I mean, the overhead to do that, yes, there was an original overhead to produce the digital document. A one-time deal. It's not like books where you got to keep printing more and everything and buying more paper and more, getting more books bound and all, it's all digital. There's nothing tangible. $242.91 to get all the source books. If you want all the adventures for the DM, if you want to get all the adventures, it's another $274. Or you could get the whopping Legendary Edition, which is everything digital. All the books, everything digital, for $488. Now, mind you, most people have already bought the hardback stuff. And then they want you to shell out this kind of money. Oh, and by the way, if you do that Legendary deal, that saves you a whopping $28 over if you do the other bundles. You do get a little bit of a break there, $28, by getting the Legendary Edition. All your digital stuff. So, not needing to say, I should say, I didn't buy anything, nor will I. I will just stubby pencil everything in. I will just print out my basic character sheet every time I level, and then I'll just stubby pencil it from then on. That's it. That's all I'm going to do. There's no way I'm going to... Wizards, I'm so disappointed in you guys. I sing your praises of what you did with 5th edition and how you marketed it and how you keep producing good content for it, and I don't take any of that back. But why are you trying to fleece your customers? Yes, maybe you can get away with it. Maybe they're paying it. I don't know. But I just don't get it. And you want a good relationship with your customers too. So what I thought was, why, they could do something like this. Here is my first edition, the reprints that they did, the limited edition reprints that they did to earn money for the Gygax Memorial Fund. Separate video, separate topic. Can't get into it now. Trust me, there's a lot to get into there if we go down the memorial rabbit hole. Anyway, so as you can see, mine is still in shrink wrap. I've never opened it. Okay? So I thought, well, gee, why couldn't Wizards have taken something like this and shrink wrapped it like that with a code inside that then you go to D&D Beyond because you are a loyal customer who went and spent $50 on this special cover and everything for the nice artwork and everything else. And as a result, inside, there is a code that you put in on D&D Beyond which gives you the digital version as well. Now, I know, I would be a horrible businessman because I'm leaving money on the table. Because, why would you do that if they're going to pay $30, right? Maybe you put a code in there and it's only $10 with the code instead of $30, for the fact that they went and bought your hardback. Give them a break, $10 is pretty easy to swallow as opposed to $30, and it's not like no one's ever done that before. Every one of these that you buy now, when you get the collector's edition, the combo pack or whatever it is they call it, and you pay, I think, an extra $10 for the combo pack, as they like to call it. But you get the digital HD guy right there, meaning there's a code inside here, because I was nice enough to buy their product. They throw a code in there, and then I can go to their website, and I can put the code in, and then I own it digitally. Now, there's an expiration on that. You have to do it within a certain amount of time to get your freebie, but it's there. They could do the same thing with these D&D products. For whatever reason, they don't. So maybe they're getting that $30 each. Maybe they're getting the $488, my God, Legendary Edition, to get everything digital, Maybe they're getting it. But anyway, I would love to know in the comments below how you guys feel about this. I can't see it as anything else other than a hardcore money grab for loyal customers who buy all of your stuff, man. They buy the hardbacks. They buy whenever you guys put out the special dice for a campaign, they buy the dice, they buy the merch, the t-shirts and all the, they do all of that. Now maybe there's some D&D Beyond features that I'm not utilizing that I don't know about. You could feel free to educate me below. I don't know, maybe I know that they do streaming and stuff like that, and perhaps I'm guessing that's if it's on Twitch, I'm sure that you can watch it for free, or you could choose to, subscribe to them or whatever. But maybe there's more to it that I'm not aware of. But to me, it just looks like a money grab. Now, speaking of the other features of it, being able to do a character and all that, that is very nice to be able to do that, especially if you want to use a laptop at your gaming table and just have all your stuff there. If you choose to do that, yes, I'm sure that's very handy, and it was easy to make a character, and it's there, it's stored for me, provided some catastrophic thing where they lose their database or whatever. So, yes, I get that. But I would just like to know what you guys feel about everything. Separately from that, separate topic completely, this will be kind of a test to see who watches all the way to the end here. I thought about all the feedback I got on the different types of content you guys want, and I'm going to be doing a lot of the different things I saw there, trying to do as much of it as I can. But one of the things I thought of that I didn't see was, how would you guys feel about like a story time video every once in a while? And when I say story time, I mean I spent 5 years in the Army in Oklahoma, and 3 years or 5 years total, but a couple years in Oklahoma, and then 3 years in Germany during the Cold War. I was in Germany when the wall fell, the whole bit. I got lots of stories and stuff I could tell, including gaming involved during that time and all that. And then I was in the security industry for about 20 years at Universal Studios. I was a security manager. I was one of the people that ran security for the studio. A lot of stories and stuff there. So anyway, yeah, and maybe we could do the Beer 30. Maybe that's when we do a story time, is that we do a Beer 30, and that's when we have a beer. I talk about whatever beer that I'm drinking, whatever microbrew or whatever it is, and we do a little quick story time, and that's the video. Maybe we combine those two elements together into one segment, So anyway, let me know, guys. D&D Beyond, your feedback on that, how you guys feel about it. Also, if you want to talk about Hero Lab, feel free. And maybe you want to talk about the both of them. I prefer Hero Lab, just from what my experience has been. Hero Lab all the way. D&D Beyond, just from the prices alone, it just kills me. So, and then about the story time thing, how you guys feel about that. And then stay tuned. I'm going to be cranking out these videos. Not sure what I'm going to do next, but there's one right around the corner. We'll catch you guys on the flip side.